Let me introduce you to Chicdodo, you guys. It is so wholesome, so delicious. You'll be asking yourself, where have I been all this while that I didn't know of this recipe? If you want to see how I'm making it, click the like button and subscribe. The major ingredients we'll be using include cabbage. We have bell peppers, red and green bell pepper. I have some carrots over here. I've chopped them into little sizes. We have our red onion, and then we have our tomato puree. This is a bit of tomato, tatashe and pepper blended and boiled down. Then we have spring onions for garnishing. We have our plantain, and then we have our chicken breasts. I've added vegetable oil to a pan and I'm just going to fry the plantain. So this plantain is half ripe, half unripe plantain. You can use very ripe ones if you like. I just didn't want it to be too sweet. Next, I'm going to season the chicken with some, paprika, chicken stock powder, some salt, and all that good stuff. Just season your chicken the way you like. You guys know, like my standard chicken seasoning mix. I just put a bunch of things and it is good to go. Stir everything together and just set it aside. Now that my plantains are perfectly fried, I'm going to transfer it to a bowl. It does not need to be 100% cooked because I'm going to continue the cooking later. This recipe is similar to another recipe called Chicdodo or even beef dodo. If you search those recipes, you'll find them on my channel. They are delicious, and I thought to myself, why not have Chicdodo? Maybe the next one is going to be snail dodo or fish dodo. Just look how delicious they look. Perfect. I've reduced the quantity of the oil and then I'm putting in my chicken breast to fry. Chicken breast does not take time to cook. In 5 minutes, it is ready. You can use chicken thighs if you want, if you do not have chicken breasts. This recipe reminds me of my time when I was living in the UK because I discovered Chicdodo when I lived in the UK. It's interesting. I never heard about it in Nigeria before then, and then I also heard about ayamashi then, and I was like, what is ayamashi? Never heard about this. Maybe because I grew up in Warri, I didn't grow up as a Lagos girl. So when I moved to the UK, it was new for me, and I was like, this are interesting dishes. But then thinking about the first time that I had Chicdodo just had me throwing it back to my time in the UK and asking myself if I would ever go back with my family just to live there, if I feel like life over there will be better for me. And then I also thought about the fact that I studied international diplomacy for my master's, and it's been many years now. Did I think I would be doing this after my master's? Actually, when I was doing my master's, I thought I was going to be a diplomat, but here we are cooking on YouTube saying, welcome back to my channel. So I was like, how do I feel now that I'm doing this? Am I satisfied with the kind of life I have now? It's interesting how just a memory of Chicdodo brought on so many questions, and I've been trying to find the answers ever since. Anyways, I'm adding some of the chopped onion to the oil. This oil is very flavorful right now because it has the flavor from the plantain and from the chicken. I'm adding curry powder. I'm adding dried thyme. If we have fresh ones, they're going to be very fragrant. And I'm just, frying it just for a bit. You know how we like to confuse our neighbors with the aroma of what we're cooking. So I'm going to transfer my tomato pep mix, which is tatashe, tomatoes, onion and pepper, blended, boiled down to reduce the moisture and stored in the fridge. This is how I like to ingredient prep because it makes my cooking like really easy. Whenever I want to cook, I don't spend so much time in the kitchen. So I'm seasoning now with some chicken stock powder, and I'm just going to fry this till it reduces. If you notice, the portion of the sauce has reduced, and that's because I took some out. I'm going to use them for other recipes. This is another way to meal prep in advance. So as I've made that sauce, I'm going to use it for eggs, use it for different things. Anyways, now I'm adding some cabbage, and cabbage you can cook for a long time. It adds such a lovely flavor to this sauce. I usually don't use it in Chicdodo, but for this Chicdodo it was amazing. Now I'm adding carrots as well, and I'm just going to cook everything down for a few minutes. Next, I'm going to add the chicken plus the stock, and everything is going to flavor the sauce, and the sauce will get introduced to the chicken, and they will both be speaking the same language. I cook with a lot of strategy because I'm always trying to save time, and I cook with a lot of intention because I understand flavors, so I know what goes well together, and I like to make recipes out of things that go well together. If you're struggling with making delicious dishes, or you just want to upgrade your cooking, I have cookbooks that you can use with measurements and recipes that would help you a lot. The link will be in my description box for you to download my cookbooks so that you can at least taste a SISIYEMMIE dish in your house. Right now I've added the bell peppers, and I'm just combining everything together. Once the bell peppers go in, you don't need to cook it for long again so that it doesn't get like soft and soggy. You want the colors, and you want it to still have crunch to it. So just stir for a few minutes and turn off the cooker. I like to finish it off with some spring onions. It adds a bit of color and also flavor. This is a perfect side dish, or it can be a main dish. It's just that it is so rich. For it to be a main dish, I usually use it as a side dish. I use it for my kids' lunch boxes, and they absolutely love it. Something else I've been loving is you guys have been trying my recipes and tagging me on Facebook, especially on Instagram. Thank you so much for tagging me. If you try this recipe, tag me some more. I want to see it. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to click the like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.